freaking rad. Fucking asshole. Oh! Saw that coming. Fuck. This game is relentless in how fucking few checkpoints there are. You know when people use the expression NES hard? This is what they're talking about. They're talking about Tiny Toon Adventures. Holy shit. It's just that they send you back so far. You know? Modern games would have checkpoints. Whoa.
We are inside and under the roof tonight here at Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. A memorial here at the ballpark
31-19 New York Yankees versus 38
Toronto Blue Jays.
And you know, I haven't said we love
watching these two swing all series
16 Toronto Blue Jays.
First pitch is next.
for Buster in this game. I like Buster Bunny as a character, but
Jay
really,
Happ,
he doesn't-
southpaw
he
from
doesn't have
Illinois,
gloves.
gets the starting call in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's having a very nice season so far. You look at that ERA in the low twos. Looking to continue that trend here.
Dexter Fowler strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Center fielder, number
I'm
21.
gonna get really close to this grass.
A little bouncer, but it's foul, strike one.
First pitch, 7:07.
What sucks is that I keep sending you back to this shit.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robinson is right there, one down.
Here you see the numbers from the last time he pitched. He got out of there with a no decision, but there's no question he'd like to be better here tonight.
NES can only handle so much.
Eddie
Boom.
Gonzalez will come forward
Boom.
now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year.
And it's Buster.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. EK, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And they come into this one fresh off a 3-game sweep to start the homestand. So
Definitely
they'll
need
be looking to keep their winning ways going here.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and
Okay, so
this
once
sure
this
ain't gonna
gone,
help.
it's gone. That is good to know. The anvil.
Bases
that
are
they
empty,
have
1
after
man.
they toss it. Fuck.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, lots of east-west movement here early on. That time, none of those pitches were out over the plate. Everything was right on the corner, or maybe off just a little. He'll be fine if he can keep locating his pitches there.
Okay.
Here's Brett Gardner now.
Oh, now he's going to be up there?
So take a look at ball 1. He'll
Great.
start play with that average down in the low 230s. 10
Okay,
home
good.
runs
Are these
and
fucking things
32
cool?
driven in.
Yeah, that one is. Jesus. See, I know fucking... I know they're tricks.
Look out. 2-0 now.
Holy shit.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Motherfucking piece of shit.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So the guy on the mound.
Swing and a
Actually,
liner,
NES hard
but
reminds me of
foul.
Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. Well, Ninja Gaiden's a hard game. Mustard Tiger Man says, that's fucking brutal, yo. It is. It's a tough game.
Set to deal on 2-2.
Pretty, you don't see if he can
Got
see
him
it.
swinging, and that will end the inning.
It's fucking through the door.
So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Yankees nothing. Blue Jays coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Brandon McCarthy, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable. Gives his ball club a chance.
We did this before. Can we do it again?
Shane Robinson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Damn it!
Center fielder, Shane Robinson.
I don't know how to fuck, like...
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good group.
See, I wish I had that tornado attack
victorious
still.
in
Like,
7 of their last 9.
But I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't
You know,
their
maybe
finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in
Should
this
switch back to Buster. I'm not sure what to do. This doesn't get
McCarthy gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Shot back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Drew Cortez will stand in now, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
You know, as an everyday player, you wake up in the morning and you dream of 3 hit days. Look at the average that he's got on the season, and he added one of those 3 hit days.
Alright, instead of running away from the anvil, I'm going to try to more... There we go. I'm going to push forward. That's what I thought.
Here comes the first pitch. Runners on the move for second. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
My mistake.
Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of it.
52 for 104. It's May, 500 batting average, 21 homers, and 45 RBIs.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'll take an extra hard here. Sometime.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chop.
Oh, that was the ball.
Plate, strike one.
That was definitely a ball.
No! Fuck!
One pitch on its way. Swing and a ball shot foul right at home plate.
Why do I do this to myself? Okay, break time. Oh my god, this fucking game.
High in the air out to left field.
Barrels. What is it with NES games with
Gonna get
barrels?
there as he backs up to put it away,
next time.
and there are 2 gone now.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Josh Donaldson will get
You
his
can just
first
take
shot here.
former
He's
tanks
got
is
that
just take a
average
break.
up
That's what I'm
near
doing.
the 30
Taking a break
mark to
and
begin
frustrated.
play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so
Why
these
do
are
you
the
do
years
this
you
to
really
yourself?
expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have
Somebody in the
to
chat
offer.
says, why do you do this to yourself? That's a good question. Why do I do this to myself? That is a very good question.
He's set. Here it comes. Out in front of it, strike one.
Pro tip, use the controller. Thank you. Yes, it is
Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and deep to left center field.
Get the knife.
Back goes Fowler to the track. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check. After
Mike this
one,
with Dick Tracy on
no
Genesis.
score.
That would be cool. I do not own it, though. I have to own the game to play it.
Kendrys Morales.
Am I going to Wizard
His
World?
first shot now,
I
and he's
have
working on a
really?
modest
Wizard World?
5-game
I didn't even
streak.
hear about it.
Here's the game is 3 sitting.
I didn't know about it.
7 for 20, 350 batting average.
First pitch on its way.
Play Chip and Dale. I want Chip. I love Chip and Dale. We'll definitely do that. Probably
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about it.
Ronnie says Zelda 1. What about Zelda 1? I did a whole live stream on Zelda 1 already. If you haven't seen that, check out some of
home plate. Into the windup, and here comes the 0-2
let me keep going.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
I'll tell you what the effect is.
This pitch is away, but you'll see him swing inside the ball and try to pull it.
That's Ghostbusters 2, actually. That's Peter Venkman is doing a...
Brian McCann will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home.
No, it's the first movie. Never mind. And he's like flipping the cards. He's like, "I'll be back. I'll tell you what, it's pissing me off."
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those today.
This music I'm not digging as much as it's a little grating.
Oh, he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
All right, whoa, fuck. Well, see, that's me rushing. I should not rush like that. And I really can't.
Swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Can't fuck up.
And remember now, he finished off the previous inning with back-to-back strikeouts. And now he started this inning with 2 more. So he's really got it working out there now.
I don't think I was going to make that anyway, because I had already fucked it up. This is a hard fucking level.
Martin Prado will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen.
Come on, game. Fucking game.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Too many video games, guys. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what that's gonna do, and then it's probably, if I tried that,
it's 1-1.
And then I'd probably be pissed that I'm not Plucky anymore because Plucky has the float. So I'm not even gonna bother trying that.
A ball hit hard to the left side, right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score.
Get through this. Patience.
Yadier Molina will stand in for the first time now and to break out of this little 7-game dry spell at the plate.
2:22 batting average.
Okay, again, that was good. Whoa.
Drilled on the ground to short. Hernandez is up with it, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
First baseman, Albert
Pujols will dig in now, and as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play.
And he's right up there among the RBI leaders, too, so he's dangerous with runners on base.
No! Okay, get up there, quick, before you fucking respond to the... Yes! Alright.
Hit sharply toward the right side.
And
that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Fucking asshole, piece of fucking shit.
So it's a 1-out base knock for him here in the second.
He turned into a barrel?
League leaders in hits.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department, right? When you're having that kind of success at the plate, it just builds confidence. Another nice game for him here as well.
Ryan Goins takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
Dickhead, fuckface, shithead, fucker. You know, sometimes people are like, you know, you really curse too much. I'm like, yeah.
Alright, so
Concord.
on the way. try to bunt for a base hit here.
There he is.
This one down. But a strong throw gets him at second, so the sacrifice does not pay off here.
Kind of lucky to get it out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip
Captain
on it.
Picard. Somebody in the chat just
to
says
get that
Captain
force.
Picard. And no other
Sean
information.
Hines will stride fourth to take his first cuts now.
Jazz.
And he's a long
Jazz
ball
says
threat,
you
of
can never
course,
first
currently
team.
fourth in the American League in that
Apparently
department.
Jazz
He
from
had a two-homer game
Transformers.
last time out. He's as
Nice to
dangerous
see you,
as they
Jazz.
come right now.
Say hi to Ratchet for me. You know, I collect G1 Transformers guys, and
Down the third baseline. He's got it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired.
now what are these for? Okay, I
Four
don't.
pitches,
I
all it
do
takes
not
to
really
retire the
like
Jays.
this level.
We'll move to the
I
third
think
with
the
no
pirate
score.
level is just maybe as far as I've made it before. And this as a kid.
Tom Newton will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string
There
of
we go.
6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Yeah, I don't. Oh look! Look at the green. He blends into the background. That's hilarious.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
I like that.
He's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Look at
Off the plate, 1
Yeah,
ball,
okay.
1 strike.
So what are these?
After that
Oh,
last
those are
one,
the. Okay,
I would have thought they'd
those
go
are
right
basically
back
taking
in,
the
but
place of the carrots.
that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking
You know
for
what's funny
something
though?
else.
The thing on the bottom left doesn't turn into
1 and 2.
Nothing
whatever this
fancy.
is, or these
3
pears, I guess,
fastballs
or
so far
apples or
in
something.
that
Let's
bat.
say.
He can go just
So
about
now I'm
anywhere from here.
41. The little menu in the bottom left, it still shows a carrot. So I'm gonna
And
write
this
a
is swung on and missed.
and say
5
they need
quick
to fix
strikeouts
that.
now, and that's your first
Dear
out of the inning.
Canoli,
And
I think
here's
he
the
needs to
4
be
pitch
released
sequence again on
as
Show's
well
rep.
adventures
Notice it's
on
all
any
hard
NES
stuff early in the count.
because
First 3 pitches,
carrot
then he pulls
meter
the string on him here on pitch number
is
4,
not correct.
and down he goes.
and also Plucky Duck blends into the background. But come
Standing
on.
in now, Alberto Hernandez. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He'll step in here at 275. 2 home runs
All right.
and 4 RBIs.
I mean, these are all just minor little nitpicks.
Yankees still on the lookout for hit
Honestly,
number 1
overall, I
here.
actually really like this game.
Swinging a ball hit softly
There
on
you
the
go.
ground.
Look, see, now look at how
Has
dark
it.
green the
Toss
background
down
is here.
coming up
That's
the
how
line
actually
as they get the out at first.
maybe now because it's later, now it's darker. It's going from day to night.
Anthony
Maybe the game
Kincaid
is
will
brilliant.
stand in
Maybe
now
it's
with
just
2
right
away,
now.
trying to avoid another
That was
1-2-3 inning.
Day to
Now,
night
this has
transition.
been total domination
Maybe
these
I'm
past few
overthinking it.
innings. They haven't been able to mount
Most
any
likely
kind
I'm
of threat
overthinking it.
whatsoever.
Bees, the bees. Alright, I'm running now. Get me away from Honey Smacks here. Shit.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Honey Smacks.
In there,
Honey
strike
Smacks,
1.
whatever. Bees.
Third inning, no score to this
I wonder
point.
if I can break through that. Maybe if I had Taz, I could break through that.
Barely able to make
I
contact,
feel like
down 0-2 now.
I feel like this is a Taz stage, and I didn't pick Taz.
Just
I also
a
wonder
touch
if there's
outside,
another
1 and
one.
2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I
Seems
think we'll
like
see a
there's-
breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to
Seems
swing
like
and
it's
miss.
unlimited.
Swing and a miss.
Nope,
The
back ball.
fastball right by him, and the inning is over.
Dizzy.
So the Yanks
Dizzy.
go 1, 2,
Dizzy
3.
devil,
Home
ducky.
half of the third coming up. No score.
Acme University, they earned their
Justin
degree.
Dillard will stand in now. As you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season
Oh, and
so
Buster
far.
can do the little this. See, that's cool. Konami made great games. In the day.
McCarthy steps into his windup. First pitch on his way.
Whoa. And that was my
Grounded is short.
I don't have a lot of lives to spare.
And he's retired 1
This
away.
is getting to the point now where it's getting hard.
Yankees?
And with our season just about one-third of the way through, here's a look at the upcoming schedule into the first week of June.
As I can turn me back to... Oh, no, this is going to turn me to Taz, which I wanted to try out.
Shane Robinson will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
It's always big when you get your leadoff guy on to start a game like that because that just wakes up the whole team from the very beginning.
Can he not do it?
It's swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Fowler. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Hey, if you like a good pitcher's duel, it looks like we've got
Why can Buster and
right
Plucky
here.
do it?
2 outs now in the bottom of the third, and both of
Oh,
these
because he
guys
can
look like
break
they have a
through.
good start.
Third, okay.
Now to the plate, Drew
1933.
Cortez. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
Hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
You see here from above, since he's left-handed, he's got the third baseman playing well off the line. I don't know if this is exactly where he intended to hit the baseball, but it works out for him.
Troy Tulowitzki will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
See, I'm not used to using Dizzy at all. There we go. So you can break for the blast with Dizzy, which is cool. Totally forgot about that.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Fucking, I'm sucking really badly right now. Cool graphics on this game, I really do like it. Nintendo seeming approval says Nirvana.
Yeah, that was down.
I skipped the heart. Did I skip the heart?
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Fowler will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for Toronto. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless.
Somebody said I prefer the cat in this stage. Let me try the cat. That is
Fowler
Furball.
will stand in to begin their half of the 4th with his guys still looking for their first.
I asked that earlier when I started streaming this.
Still looking for their first base runner too.
Okay, so Buster and Hampton and all these characters. Is Buster Bugs Bunny's kid, or is he his grandson? Or is it, like, what is the relation exactly? I would imagine that was revealed.
On the ground up the middle, Tulowitzki scoops it up, throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
I don't remember. Here's the
yeah, with a good hitter up there, the shortstop's playing the pole here. So he's got a lot of room to cover if he wants to get to that ball up the middle.
Okay, this is
That's a nice range right there to make the stop and then a good throw.
Play this game. Okay, he can just like basically roll jump. That's actually awesome. Wow. Okay, I can deal with that. 1933. Let me see what you guys were saying. Maybe something answered. Nephew, people are saying. Uncle/nephew. Bugs fucking Bunny. Uncle and nephew. Okay, so they're all like niece and nephew and that kind of shit. Okay. It's kind of like Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They're Donald Duck's nephews. The boys. That makes sense. Oh, and he can bounce on the porcupines, but the other fucking assholes can't? Well, I think that Furball must be a hell of a lot better then. And also, by the way, Furball... Whoa! Shh! Don't itch your head when you're playing the game. Furball doesn't blend
into the box. Eddie Gonzalez. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory.
Blended into the...
And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
So I can't break through that. It's not for Taz.
Brett Gardner digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still
Holy
early.
shit, what the fuck was that?
Some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
Yeah, I think you have to look at one out there because you just can't have your guys go down on 3 pitches. That's a take one for the team right there.
Seared down the first base line. This will get foul for strike 2.
I don't know what that does. There's a face that's shooting.
Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here.
Shit.
That misses 1
Both
and
teams
2.
are looking for one
That's
number 1
a
team.
curveball, a changeup, a sinker. Then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact and he'll get another chance.
Don't shoot whatever you're shooting.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score.
Is it Burbal's unlucky?
Josh Donaldson set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
These fucking faces are fucked up. Fuck these fucked up fucking faces. Give me a heart. Give me the exit. Even better.
McCarthy
Even
looks
better.
in. Here it comes.
And a heart.
Hit hard on the ground to third. To his right, Kincaid. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
They just want me to go really far.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina.
Really? That was totally my fault. All I had to do was jump.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Prado waits on
Oh
it.
my god. Well,
He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs here so far.
Yeah.
Offensively, that's not the kind of inning you want in a tie ballgame. You need to make him work at least a little bit out there.
Albert Pujols come in now with 2 away, and I've got to say, it may be about time to start taking a pitch or 2.
Yeah, I mean, he is just running right
Well, anyway,
through
what
these
I'm
guys,
learning now is
getting themselves out
Burble
left
is
and
what I'm
right.
going to be using.
Sort of even
Like I was
broken a
saying
sweat out
earlier,
there.
what I did remember from playing this game when I was a kid was that you got to know which character to use. It's definitely good practice and
Shot weakly to the left.
Me.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Through 4, still tied, 0-0.
I think I would have been using it earlier. And what's up?
Adrian Morales start things off here for the Pinstripers. He'll be followed by Brian McCann waiting in the on deck circle.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Never gonna get
Into the windup and the pitch. Drops in a strike to start
Please,
the at-bat. 0-1. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
But this has been good practice.
At the plate,
Fucking
Brian
owl.
McCann. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up?
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting. You have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count.
I don't think there's like ever point. I'm just sucking at it. I don't think there's ever a point when I want. I'm just gonna
trying to strike him out for the second time.
Just
got him, and that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Martin Prado stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And that was one of the hardest hit balls we've had all game, Matt. It's been a pretty feeble effort offensively for his side.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now. That's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
Yeah, all hard stuff here to get ahead. But now they're trying to get him out with a breaking ball, and he's not falling for it.
No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance.
I'm like totally not even commenting anymore.
His job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Of all things, they weren't fucking me up earlier. See, now I have 0.
It took him a little while, but this high-powered Yankee offense finally breaks into the hit column here. Let's see if they can do anything with it now.
Watch out for the owl. Yep. What are their names? The
into the box.
The Roadrunner and Coyote
victim in his first try.
Boy, that was a good changeup that got him last time. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to work that.
Hi, welcome to my stream.
Right back into their game plan here.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Oh, little beeper and the tie, and the Roadrunner is trying.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat
Little
off
beeper
his
and
shoulder.
Calamity.
Side
That's
retired.
right, Calamity.
Yanks leave 1.
I hope you enjoy my stream.
Still
Thank you.
no score.
Totally forgot about that. Calamity. That's a trip to go.
Ryan Goins comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet. Getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Doing well at this stage. I think I'm going to give up.
Line toward the alley in left center. Oh, and this goes right past him. Around first, heading for second now. Around second. He'll try for third. The relay throw, and he is in there.
I'm not sure if this will wind up being a triple. It really should be a 3-base error. I mean, here it is. He was there plenty of time. He just winds up with a handful of air. And they are going to hit him with an E. It's well deserved.
Sean Hines steps in now. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
Every fucking time. I don't know what to do.
Very weakly on the ground. A play at the plate. Tag there by
I must,
McCann.
you know what? You
Got
must
him at
have
the
to
plate.
drop under.
Bit of a daring move there trying to score. This ball's not hit all that well, but he's able to get to this thing quickly and fire it home to get the runner.
Stepping in now, Justin Dillard runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Throw to second, and they get him.
Donate
so the sacrifice attempt is unsuccessful here.
I was wondering about that. So Rockman Lab says the donate button is broken in the YouTube browser, but if you have the YouTube app, the donate works. There we go. See, now that I'm talking about the donate button, and I finally jumped over the app.
Shane Robinson. And he
so yeah, if you guys want to just
breaking ball that time and drives it deep to left center field. It is away back there, and this one is out of here.
So usually it works, but today it's been not working.
So a 2-run shot to left center.
It's
6th
glitched.
home run on the season for him as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
Well, I think it was 6th one of the year.
RZ says, yeah, I couldn't do anything either. Well, thanks for the thought.
When you look back on his start,
Yeah, usually the
this is one of the few times tonight where he's missed his spot.
Today.
Here it is on Show Track.
Apparently it doesn't
This
work
isn't
on
even
the
close.
app. So you
This
have
is
to
one of
use the
those
app.
where you
I don't
know
know how many
it's
guys
trouble
use the app,
right
but
when it leaves your hand.
I actually use it to watch other people sometimes stream. Oh, sometimes when
Standing in now, Drew Cortez.
on the live stream, I'll be watching.
Hard liner towards short.
It works pretty good.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 2-0 Toronto. Alberto Hernandez will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches. But that fellow on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
That probably
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though.
That.
Open a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And that has
Give me
been
the door, give me the door.
So far in this outing, he's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Alright, this
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Taken in out there for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching. And this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Anthony Kincaid comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a little tapper.
I hate that ball.
But that one rolls foul.
Alright, so I made it up to this point. At this point, I might,
Now the 0-1.
I'm probably going to stop here. I'm going to just, I'll play real quick just to see what it's like. I'm going to pause it.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges
But
and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
gander at what the stage is going to be.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Alright, so it's just basically
Yeah,
just
and guys,
Cade.
there's a look at his line through the first few innings.
Oh, you know
Pretty
what, though?
dominant
If I
so
die,
far.
it's gonna take
Just
me
the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Dexter Fowler will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
So far.
Push to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Just a nice inside-out swing here. You'll see he lets that pitch travel deep, and when those hands come through first, just shoots it the other way.
It's nice.
Eddie Gonzalez will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Guess I'm gonna.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
That's what you want. Look at this.
No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score
Oh,
so far.
let you go back
Takes this thing through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Well, that's 3 hits for him now after the leadoff guy was retired. Now the bases are loaded here as they try to cash in.
Brett Gardner will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit still hasn't shown up yet. Like you say, you got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Damn it. Damn.
Swing and a liner. Foul.
Okay. One more. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
And that's a good place to end the live stream because I was going to give up anyway on my last guy. Holy shit. Intimidation says, remember the Tiny Toons Freddy Krueger episode? His name, Eddie Krueger.
Took him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner
I remember the
home from third.
Istanbul.
Not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what,
Alright, we're going to level 4, and we can pick up on
he
level
keeps
4
throwing the way
next
he is.
time.
He can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Really going to pause overnight.
Hendrys
But,
Morales
alright.
steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame.
Thanks for watching, guys.
You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
And that's in there for strike 1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the
hello,
foot
you.
with all the strikeouts
10.
so far.
It seems like it's been a
Good
growing
night.
trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Wacky Land.
That's in
Is it
there
this
as
Wacky
well,
Land?
0-2 now.
Oh, it'd be a big letdown if they get nothing out of this. But they're a strike away from not
Thank
coming
you,
through.
Static.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger.
Yes, hello, you.
Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this.
Thank you, Loco Lester.
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line driver right back up the middle.
The lyrics are actually... Fernand says the lyrics are actually Dizzy Devil's Luck. Yucky.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right.
You know what? Yeah, I guess I always thought of that because Plucky Duck. I thought they were saying something about Plucky Duck. I always thought it was Dizzy Devil Ducky.
McCarthy's
So
ready.
it's Dizzy
Here's
Devil
the
Yucky.
0-1.
Okay. Learned something new after
And
30 years. Alright, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching the live stream. I'll get these uploaded when I get
That's
a
the
chance.
first ball they've taken all night.
This game
About
is
time, boys.
it's a tougher NES game, but it's fun. It's good. It's a little annoying how they send you back so far.
Left
Whatever.
side,
It's
Kincaid.
magical. So, yeah, we'll pick it up again later. Thanks for watching, guys.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Josh Donaldson will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Grounded to third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the worms out there in front of home plate.
Yadier Molina will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First offering on its way. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's Albert now. As he'll go after the first pitch here and pop one up over toward the left side of the infield. Kincaid is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Blue Jays held in check. They're up 2-0. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Brian McCann will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and very even game through 6 innings.
Darren O'Day will come on much too early here if you ask me. It's just the 7th inning. Brian McCann will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Dillard ranging back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
You know, this guy's been a savior out of the bullpen for this team so far this season. His ERA is under 2 coming into play, and he gets the first man to greet him right here.
Martin Prado steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Pujols in foul ground makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Besides maybe Oakland, this place has some of the largest foul territory in baseball. That may have helped him here as he's able to make the catch over near the warning track.
In now, Tom Newton, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
2 out, nobody on. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ryan Goins stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Fowler ranging back, and this one is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field, and the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
Lawrence is second of the year.
You want to talk about instant offense? How about the first pitch of the inning? He's just hoping to get ahead here with a first pitch strike, but now all of a sudden, he's got a guy circling the bases.
Into the box, Sean Hines. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. To third, Kincaid right there on the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Number 9, Justin Dillard.
Justin Dillard digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left, number 17 for him on the season, as the Blue Jays have opened it up further now, 4-0.
You did it 17th of the year.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that'll be all she wrote for Brandon McCarthy. So he'll wind up going 6 1/3, and he's kept his club in it to this point, though he cannot win the ball game. Antonio Bastardo will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs and send this one along into the 8th.
Antonio Bastardo.
Shane Robinson will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
Fly ball heading for the alley. Prado on the move, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap, and he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder,
Drew Cortez strides in, grounded out his last time through. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Fowler comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for out number 2.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easy.
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Line drive to left, and that will get down out there. And he will beat the throw to McCann, safe at home plate. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Josh Donaldson will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
From the stretch. Oh, he goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Prado moves over. And that retires the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 8th inning coming up. The Blue Jays on top, 5-0. Alberto Hernandez here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. First pitch coming. Here it is. Bounce to first. Pujols has it. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Blue Jays trying to hold on here at the Rogers Center. They lead it here in the 8th as you get a look at the line score to this point in the contest. Anthony Kincaid will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Goins is there, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
now batting.
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Dexter Fowler will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And the pitch. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Hit hard back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his 2nd base hit of the game. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Now batting.
And this has been a team struggling to get any offense going, so they needed this. In fact, this is just their first extra base hit of the night so far, so they need to make something coming.
Stepping in now, Eddie Gonzalez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's now 10 doubles for him on the season. Right side. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's there, and he's out.
Oh, love it.
Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Yadier Molina digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Leading off for the Jays, catcher, Yadier Molina.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. This crowd, likely in the 40,000 range. They've got to like what they've seen so far.
Oh, and it's been a complete performance. They need to find a way to bottle this up and keep it going.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Prado moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. And now a bobble, and he's not going to have a play.
Yeah, as you watch this one again, it's a great play to lay out and get this thing. And he knows he's going to have to hurry. But as he scrambles to his feet, he forgets one small detail, and that happens to be the baseball. So this should go down as an infield hit, but a nice effort.
Into the box now, Ryan Goins. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. Try to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. And McCann will stay with this one for out number 2.
A lot of times when the pitchers know you're bunting, they'll give you a high fastball like this. It's very easy to keep that bat too low. He just pops this one straight up.
In now, Sean Hines. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. We'll see the speedy Brett Gardner start things out when we come back. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Brett Gardner will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Pitch on the way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Jay Happ would be in line for the victory should the score hold. Bounce towards the second baseman. Goins has got it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. A reminder that coming up after the ball game tonight, we'll have full highlights of the game exclusively right here on the show. Kendrys Morales will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Slapped hard the opposite way. A reach, but he can't get it in left, and this is going to skip right on by him. And he'll round it and try for third. The relay, and he'll get in there safely. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Every time he comes to the plate, the pressure gets bigger and bigger. He waited until the 9th inning, but got it done.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. Oh, and McCann gets into one here as he sends it high in the air and deep to right. And that nearly would have got him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His 3rd strikeout in the game, and I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beaten. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach.
Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays claim the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Another good win for these guys, and they're playing some confident baseball out there right now. That's their 4th win in a row. They've got things firing on all cylinders.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, the Blue Jays received a sterling performance in this one from the man you see there, Jay Happ. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Blue Jays come out on top, 5-0. Good night from Toronto.
Basic speed, performance XP, we can boost XP.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the American League East, the Blue Jays put together 10 hits total as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-0. The Orioles combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the visiting Red Sox 4-0. Jason Vargas was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Royals got the win against the Rays 3-2. Mitch Moreland grabbed 3 runs driven in as Texas downed Cleveland 4-3. The Tigers allowed only 5 hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 4-0. The win was their 6th in a row. The Twins total 11 hits as they took an extra innings victory over the Athletics, 6-3. Kyle Seager was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, helping lead the Mariners past the Padres, 23-4. Julio Teheran got the win, his 6th so far this year, as Atlanta got the win against San Francisco, 8-2. He is currently leading the National League in strikeouts. Jose Fernandez got the W and now has 5 this year, leading the Marlins to a win over Pittsburgh, 2-0. The Chicago White Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field, 4-0. John Neese twirled 8 solid innings, allowing only 1 earned run, yet still came away with the loss on the mound. Gio Gonzalez earned win number 7 this season as the Nationals disposed of the Phillies, 4-2 wins. Stephen Foss earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Dodgers defeated the Cubs 2-1. He is among the leaders in complete games pitched in the NL. Jonathan Broxton grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping the Brewers down the Cardinals 4-3. The Astros knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona, 8-6. Homer Bailey grabbed win number 6 on the year, helping lead Cincinnati to victory over Colorado, 3-2. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
We are inside and under the roof tonight here at Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. Here it's the second of this 3-game set between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Ryan Vogelsong, a right-hander from North Carolina, is the man on the mound. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. We'll look to build on that here.
Dexter Fowler strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for the Yankees, center fielder Dexter Fowler.
called strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. EK, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And you can't ask for much more out of a homestand. 4 games, 4 wins. The way they're playing, I wouldn't bet against another win here.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
At the very least, he's showing some patience here to start the ball game. That'll be important for him as we move along tonight.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, you know, guys, I think this one could be a slugfest. If you get to the starter early and you continue to beat up on that bullpen, goodness, you can score a ton of runs.
Now to the plate, Eddie Gonzalez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. High in the air out to center field. Robinson has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
Brett Gardner gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So with the guy on the mound.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Yeah, Bullard's got a pretty good strike zone all around. He'll miss a call every once in a while in the corners, but what umpire doesn't?
That misses. It's to 2-2 now with 2 away here in the top of the first.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Yankees nothing. Blue Jays coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Colin McHugh is on the mound for game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he had a ton of strikeouts. He'll be looking to duplicate that effort here.
Shane Robinson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Shane Robinson.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape, winners in 7 of their last 10.
And it's been a less than amazing start to the road trip, too. They've won just 1 of their first 4 games, so they'll be looking to turn that around here.
And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Skied into straightaway right. Prado moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Yeah, Matt, I cannot wait to get a look at Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain. He's been destroying the ball lately. 7 home runs in the last 10 games. You got to be careful with working. If he gets a pitch he can drive, he's not getting cheated.
Shot to third. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. It just didn't work out here.
Troy Tulowitzki will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Boy, just an amazing season he's had so far, and he's in the top 5 in average. Maybe he can get enough hits to push himself into that #1 spot.
McHugh pauses. Here's the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right. But the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first? Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Josh Donaldson will stand in. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it wasn't a great game for him yesterday, but I got to tell you, watch out for him in this one. He's been blasting balls over the wall at a ridiculous pace in recent games.
First offering on its way. Out in front of it, strike 1. Now the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. A pause and the 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check after 1, no score. Kendrys Morales will dig in. 1 for 4 with a triple in last night's game.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Ripped down the line, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. Around first, heading for second now, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Brian McCann will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. No one out with a runner at second. A little bouncer. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 14.
Martin Prado will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so I bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Hit on the ground to third. Donaldson's there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Alberto Hernandez will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Cortez is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Yadier Molina is set to stand in, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a hit in recent action. Swing and a liner, but foul. McHugh into his motion. Here it is on 0-1. Short, hit hard. Hernandez loves it. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Batting 6, first baseman, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month.
98 average, 14 homers, and 21 RBIs.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit down the third base line. This will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line, and that's off the left field wall. The tag, and he is called out, trying for 2. Bad decision.
Batting 7, second baseman, Ryan
Goins will stand in now. He homered in the ball game last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Fowler is underneath this one, and that will retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Tom Newton is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Designated hitter, Tom Newton.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And this battery knows full well that this guy's been scuffling lately. So they're not messing around here. They're coming right after him.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Robinson moves over. Oh, what happened there? It falls in.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a two-base error.
Coming to the plate now, Anthony Kincaid, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Chopped weakly to the left. Molina scoops it up, and he's retired here, one away.
How about it? The center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Dexter Fowler will get his second shot at it now. He was called out on strikes to open up the ball game.
Yeah, and he went down on 3 straight pitches, so he didn't put up much of a fight in that at-bat. Looking for a better one right here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Standing in now, Eddie Gonzalez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Lifted the other way to left center. Dillard has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We played 2.5. No score on the show. Sean Hines will stand in.
5 games, 9 for 19.
The past few days, as you see his numbers from the last 5 ball games. McHugh sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he has started the home third with the double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second to lead off double.
Justin Dillard will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Standing in now, Jose Lobaton. Left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded to third. Kincaid fields it cleanly, and he is hung out to dry as they tag him out. Throw to first, not in time, so they'll settle for 1 out. Shane Robinson will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. That's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy to beat off out like that.
Runners on the move for second. To short. Fielded cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
I'm not too sure whether that was a designed hit and run or not. He may have just been going on his own. By running, he does stay out of double play.
Striding into the box, Drew Cortez. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. And And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. He's got himself another multi-hit ball game.
Troy Tulowitzki stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
He's set. Here it comes. There's a curveball blocked by McCann. Throw goes over to third, and he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Brett Gardner is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
0-1 again. He's at 100% on first pitch strikes, now in the middle innings of this one. No wonder he's pitched so well.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Belted high and deep into right center. Cortez going back, still going back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Well, we're still looking for that first run of the ball game. Thought for a second this might be it, but it just didn't have enough steam behind it.
In now, Kendrys Morales, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. On the ground up the middle. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And as you can see on your screen, both starters topping out at 91 miles an hour. Brian McCann stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
A lot of these guys have come into these at-bats trying to be the aggressor, trying to make something happen. But what has happened is that they've swung and missed themselves into some early holes.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And finally makes it 1-0.
He pulls this one into right. Cortez is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. After the break, don't go away. Troy Tulowitzki will start things off. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. And here is Troy Tulowitzki. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Number 2.
Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through this, he probably could, assuming, of course, that there's nothing broken in there. And I think he is indeed planning to give it another go. Into the box now, Josh Donaldson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
First pitch coming. Here it is. He's running towards second, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning. and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
Digging in to try it again, Yadier Molina. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And now with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw to first in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Maybe kind of an unconventional way here to score that run for third. Well, it's going to work out. This is not a squeeze play. He's trying to beat this one out, but it's going to work exactly like a squeeze play. They get that out at first, but they...
Here's Albert now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Line drive to left. Gardner is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. We played 4 full. Toronto leads this one 1-0. Martin Prado heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement, put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Robinson comes on now, and he has it 1 down. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Alberto Hernandez is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Not a bad idea right here. Runs have been pretty hard to come by. He's going to try to lay one down to get something started. But defensively, it was covered well, and they nail him at first.
Tom Newton will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And it's quickly 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Smoke toward the hole. Goins has got it. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Yankees nothing. Ryan Goins comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ryan Goins.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Gardner. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
Ryan Goins get his 3rd home of the year.
He has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Into the box, Sean Hines. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1.
Even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Hit hard to short. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Justin Dillard steps in for his second at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And a rather easy first out. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Yeah, not a real heady base running move right there. He's got thoughts of going to third, and then he thinks better of it, and by then, he's a dead duck out there trying to make it back to second.
Into the box now, Shane Robinson. Hot shot on the ground to short. To his left, Hernandez. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 2-0 Toronto. Anthony Kincaid will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Dexter Fowler will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this league.
And he falls behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
What a difference 5 days can be. He's been a totally different pitcher out there compared to his last start. Command is much better. Pitches are much sharper. Even the body language tells me he's got things under control.
Eddie Gonzalez will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
In there, no balls and a strike. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They trail it here 2-0. Drew Cortez will get us going for the Jays here as they start their half of the 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Gardner moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Troy Tulowitzki steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. McHugh gets the sign. Here it comes. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And that total is currently tops on the ball club through the first couple of months of the season.
Yeah, this is nothing new, Matty. Another hit for him. And he's really the guy they depend on to keep the line moving. He's been their most consistent hitter so far.
Josh Donaldson will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw gets him, 2 down. But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Yeah, you can't even think of a double play right here, but he's fortunate to just get one on this play. And he rushes that thing over there to get his man at first.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
First baseman, number 7, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Just a great approach there to get him an RBI on the base hit. And with the way their guys throwing the ball, 3 runs might be enough to do it.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. He'll depart after 5 up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ballgame. Dylan Betances trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out. Ryan Goins will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And they can't run it down. The 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
And now here, 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
1-2 as he fouls it away.
Looking good.
1-2, here it comes. Drilled to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Blue Jays forced to settle for just the one. We're through 6 full. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Leading off the inning, Brett Gardner, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Still only May, but summer will be here before you know it. So there's no better time than the present to make sure you'll be part of the action this summer. The full or partial season ticket plan. Don't miss out. Information, stop by any stadium window and say hello to one of our friendly ticket agents. We'll find the plan to suit your needs.
Ended is streaming live on March 17th. March 7th.
In there, the knees, strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Darren O'Day will come on much too early here if you ask me. It's just the 7th inning.
We'll try to get his 21st save of the year.
Leading off the inning, Brett Gardner, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Well, we've seen winning rallies get started with less than this. This is going to be an infield single all the way, and now they're in business with the leadoff man on base to start this inning.
Kendrys Morales steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. From the stretch. And it's grounded foul. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And a ground ball to Tulowitzki. This might be 2. To second for 1. On to Pujols at first, and it's a double play.
Well, the one thing this guy definitely has coming in out of the bullpen is that hard sinking fastball. And here it is in all its glory as he gets the big double play ball to take away the pressure.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. Taken high and deep to right. Cortez ranging back to the track, to the wall. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run for Brian McCann. Home run number 9 on the year. And that'll put the Yankees on the board. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Brian McCann gets his 9th home of the year.
And even though this is only 1 run, this is important. Not just because it gets them on the board, but also because they needed something to get the dugout going a bit. Give them some life.
Martin Prado now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
0-1, here it comes. And he pops it up, back behind second base. Goins is there for it, and that ends the inning. 1 for the Bombers here on the home run by Brian McCann. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees 1. Sean Hines digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Sean Hines.
Stance is set. Here it comes. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. A 1 pitch on its way. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. A quick out, number 1.
That'll be a frustrating at-bat one. I mean, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there, because that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Stepping in now, Justin Dillard, as this is popped foul behind the plate at strike 1. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. That's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and to make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
In now, Shane Robinson. He's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. And it's still 3-1. Leading off the inning, Alberto Hernandez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch on its way. And a fastball is in there for strike 1. And catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
I know
he stays alive, still 0-2. Ready on 0-2. Left side to his right, Tulowitzki. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Tom Newton will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is grounded foul past Rob Thompson in that third base coaching box. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Yeah, that's taking a big gamble right there, because you'd love to have that guy in scoring position, but you're down 2 runs. So if you get thrown out, you can forget about having a tying run at the plate. Fortunately, he gets in there ahead of that throw.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Hey, here's the 0-2. Now this is swung on and dribbled up the first base line. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And reined in 1 away. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Anthony Kincaid will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one.
Set to deliver the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2 on the ground to third. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Blue Jays trying to hold on here at the Rogers Center. They lead it here in the 8th as you get a look at the line score to this point in the contest. So a big moment here, and standing in, Dexter Fowler. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. You see the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Yanks leave 1, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Drew Cortez stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence. But he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Kincaid in foul ground. No problem here. 1 away.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion. And you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. He'll be feeling that one all night long.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. Now a bullet foul as the third base coach had to give it the old Olay that time. Betances is ready. Here's the 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial All-Star, a Gold Glover, a Silver Slugger Award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on.
Yeah, not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Got him swinging in the dirt. We all remember when Tulowitzki was traded from the Rockies to the Blue Jays late July of 2015. It seemed weird at the time not seeing him in a Colorado uniform, but it really didn't take him that long to make the transition.
No, it did. In his first game in a Blue Jays uniform, he went 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Now, that's the way you make the first impression.
Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Gonzalez is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order as the lead remains 3-1. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Eddie Gonzalez will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the ninth. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league, and that's Barton right now. When he enters a game, the door is getting ready to slam shut in a big hurry. Let's see if he can finish this one out and add to his lead.
Hit in the air to center field. Robinson is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off and he makes the play easy.
Kendrys Morales makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. And he'll get under it to make the catch. And the Blue Jays have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, there's another good win for these guys. That pushes their streak up to 5 in a row now. It's been a total team effort. Good pitching, good hitting, good defense. They're doing it all right now.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Blue Jays come out on top, 3-1. Good night from Toronto.
Fans, our final high score tonight,
getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Be 6 speed, going 6 speed, we could do 6 speed.
Pitch coming. Now Hunter swings and sends a high drive carrying to deep left field. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a solo home run for Torii Hunter, the 349th of his career, as the Jays get the game's first tally. It's 1-0.
The first-year player draft is only a day away. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the Blue Jays got together to allow 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 3-1. It was their 5th straight victory. The Red Sox dropped 4 home runs in this one as they beat the O's in Baltimore 9-8. Will Myers drove in 4, leading Tampa Bay to a win over Kansas City 5-4. He is currently riding a 12-game hitting streak. The Texas Rangers amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 6-2. Jared Weaver got the W and now has 5 Angels over Detroit 1-0. Anibal Sanchez was impressive on the mound as he gave up only 1 earned over a full 9 innings, but still came away with the loss. He is currently among the AL leaders in strikeouts. The Minnesota Twins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the A's in Oakland 4-3. The Seattle Mariners completed a short 2-game sweep as they bested the visiting Padres 7-0. Todd Gray got his 3rd win this season as Atlanta got the win against San Francisco 4-2. Jared Cosart was victorious for the 5th time this season, leading the Marlins to a win over Pittsburgh 4-3. The Mets broke up their 5-game losing streak as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 7-2. The Nationals pounded out 17 hits in this one as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 7-2. The win was their 7th in a row. Matt Kemp was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as the Dodgers defeated the Cubs 5-4. The win was their 6th in a row. The Brewers combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 2-0. The Arizona Diamondbacks cracked 16 hits on the day as they got the home victory against the Astros 11-1. The Cincinnati Reds combined to allow only 4 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 3-0. The win was their 5th straight as a team. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
First pitch changing. Just an active career against Tyler Cooper, 2 for 6.
Clifford this season, 61% fastball, 10% breaking ball, 29% single.
Starting there with 2 strikes, 2 outs, 8th inning, and a 1-1 game. That's ball 1. Nothing after pitching. So Evans and Clifford get the last 3 outs.
Now here it comes. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get fouled. Base is empty here with nobody out. Now here's the pitch. Ooh, heads up. This is full foul. Pitch on the way. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Oh, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1. Another 1-2 toward deep right field. DeJesus is there, and he has it for the out. The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out.
Afternoon baseball on the show as you get a look there at Rogers Center in Toronto. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series, and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next.
Swing and a ball hits softly on the ground. This will be a foul ball as he's behind.
John Lackey, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, something to look out for. How he throws here at home. Being much better. On the road, a lot of struggles. Home, much better.
Dexter Fowler heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today. High in the air out towards shallow right. Harrington has it in his tracks, and that's the first out of the inning. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, they have lots of power, but also lots of speed in that lineup as well. So you stand on the double play situations and work counts.
Tom Newton will stand in. He wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of one run. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Foul. Lackey looks in. 0-1 pitch on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball flew it right by him, and 2 down. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. Can't wait to see how it works.
Not much going on there at all.
Brett Gardner will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits this last time.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And another foul ball.
Kevin Kiermaier stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody
goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that time, and the side is retired. So a 1-2-3 first for John Lackey. Yankees nothing, Blue Jays coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Jaime Garcia is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, his whip is above league average. Been dependable, but does run into some trouble. So we'll see how he fares in this one.
Shane Robinson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Shane Robinson.
Ripped down the line. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And he won't risk the long throw across. He'll hang on to it. It's an infield single.
Second, catcher, Yadier Molina.
Yadier Molina will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. this one down. Flip onto the second baseman covering. He'll take care of him at first. Score at 3-4 on the sacrifice, and the runner moves into scoring position now with only one away. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Yeah, man, I cannot wait to get a look at Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 10 ball games. Clearly, he's seen the ball really well right now.
And he takes strike 3 balls on the fastball, 1 gun. You'll see where these 3 pitches are on show tracks.
Hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. But the throw will be well up the line as he scores easily.
Well, you give a good RBI guy a chance in the first inning, chances are he's going to come through. You see here, he delivers a solid base hit. And the throw home not in time to prevent that first run from scoring.
Josh Donaldson takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away.
So important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over. He's able to jump ahead. First and second now, 1 man out. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. Oh, it beats him up a bit. Now, fortunately,
first offering on its way. High and deep to center field. Back goes Fowler to the track. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Logan Forsythe stand in now with a chance.
2-run shot to straightaway center. 34 home runs now on the year. And the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
Josh Donaldson is for the first time of the year.
Another mistake in location here. It's been a real problem here in the first inning. Now a 2-run homer makes it 3-0 already, so he's got to hope those problems clear themselves up pretty darn quick.
Stepping in now, Tyler Flowers. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike.
Here's the first pitch.
3 runs already home here.
Down the right side and out of play. 0-1.
Hit sharply on the ground with the left. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
This is where you can expand the zone.
Wow, and a rocky start on the road here, guys. 3 straight hits surrendered, and he hasn't gotten out of the first inning yet. Sean Hines will stride fourth to take his first cuts now. And he's a long ball threat, of course. Currently 4th in the American League in that department.
Well, here we are, 7 weeks into the season now, and he's just been killing the ball. He's got a great chance to be near the top in home runs when it's all said and done.
Into the box now. 2-0. As he swings at the first pitch and lets it
hit down the third baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. They are just teeing off on him right now. And even in just the first inning, you've got to wonder how much longer they'll let him continue out there. David Alvarez will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out. And the throw will go to second as they get to force out. Well, this is certainly not good here. He's really holding on to his arm, and I think it appears to be fairly serious. Pretty sure we're not going to see him in action for a while, unfortunately. Albert Pujols will have to get loose in a hurry now as he'll come in and run following the injury. Lenny Harrington stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better.
Runners flaking for the plate. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Never think it is 4th home of the year.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Ryan Goins is set to stand in.
I think game's 5 for 37, 185.
His numbers take a bit of a hit in recent action. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. But they managed to bat around as 9 men come to the plate and 6 of them score. Second inning coming up from Toronto. Toronto leads this one 6-0. Albert Pujols will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 7.
Kendrys Morales will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
And I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You've got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up, that you're going to fight
That's
until
the
the last
conclusion
out.
of the last play. Jeremy Helton was seeing something at his reception. The trainer believes that Helton may have pulled something in his fix or his reason. Helton will need to be removed from the game and may need to take it easy for a few days.
Lackey gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. Look, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Now a slider can't make it back to that outside edge, and that takes the count to 2-2 now.
Yeah, when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Swinging a looper to left. Donaldson ranging into the outfield. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys give me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Alberto Hernandez gets his first try now.
Last 7 games, equal 32, 364 batting average for Alberto Hernandez.
Here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Well, Johnson has been known to have a little bit of a floating strike zone at times. Sometimes he's dead on with the corner pitches, and other times he's a little stingy. That same thing could be said for the high and low as well.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
1 out, nobody on. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Wow, he just never got into the rhythm of that at-bat at all. I mean, normally we'd expect a middle-of-the-order guy to put up a little more fight than that, wouldn't you? He just got caught flat-footed on all 3 of those pitches.
Here's a ground ball to Burt. A stab, and he's got it. Varmus.
Martin Prado will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike 1. Drilled on the ground is short. To his left, Lobaton. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Shane Robinson will start things off in the home second. They've got to be licking their chops after that first inning output.
Yeah, and I think if you're a guy getting your second at-bat of the game and it's only the second inning, you know things are going pretty well.
He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
This one high and deep to right center field.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Right center.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Belted high and deep into right center. Fowler going back, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
You want to put a big smile on the face of your starting pitcher? Give him a 6-run lead early on and see what you get. He's got to be loving this right now, and I got a feeling they're not done scoring runs for him yet.
Yadier Molina will stand in now with the runner at second following the leadoff double.
Yep, more hot water here to start the inning, and it's right back into that stretch again. This is starting to become a theme for him.
Position is second with 2 down. Gets softly to the right side. And nothing will come with a 2-out double.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
After 3, it remains.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. You know, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, EK, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
When you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before, and luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
What a great way to start the inning. They want to keep putting on the pressure. This puts runners on the corners now with nobody out. And they've got a good chance to add on to this lead and maybe even put this one away.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Lobaton. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Now a bunt attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Runners are at first and third with none out. Runs up and gets this one down. Throw to first in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Maybe kind of an unconventional way here to score that run from third, but it's going to work out. This is not a squeeze play. He's trying to beat this one out, but it's going to work exactly like a squeeze play. Get that out at first, but they cannot prevent that run from coming in to score.
In now, Josh Donaldson, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier.
Find yourself in this kind of now, swing and the ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. Here comes the 2-1 down to Hunter. 2-1 pitch.